guys, welcome to my 5 series, the first video installment. And this title is of this video is called 5 Things I've Learned from My Life. And of course, 5 things is not nearly enough from all the lessons and the things that I've learned from my life. But I want to keep it short, especially for those of you who have a short attention span. And if I look down, it's because I wrote some of the stuff down. I didn't want to forget what I had to say. And I hope that you're encouraged by this video. So let's get right into it. So the first thing that I've learned is that forgiving and forgetting does not mean that you have to let that person back into your life. Because forgiving means that I'm forgiving you because of me, because I need to forgive you, because holding on to this thing, holding on to this pain is hurting me, it's killing me. So I'm going to forgive you for me and to make sure that I'm right with God. And it really has a lot less to do with you. And forgetting means, people sometimes get it mixed up, I think, and they're like, oh, forgive and forget. Well, I'll forgive you, but I'll never forget. No. Forgive and forget. Forgetting means I'm going to move on and I'm going to live my life living like I've never been hurt, like I've never known pain, like I've never known what it is to cry myself to sleep at night. I'm going to live my life as if this never really happened. Doesn't mean I'm going to lose the lessons that I've learned from this experience, but I'm not going to live my life by this one moment, by this one person, by this one situation. I'm not going to let it dictate who I am or how I love or what I do. No, that's up to me. That's up to my God. So you can definitely forgive and forget, but it doesn't mean you have to let that person back into your life. Now, in this season of, or not even season, in this society of cutoff game, don't be mistaken. Don't be bragging about no cutoff game, because a lot of people that you're cutting off are people that are really good for you and that really care about you. So you just have to have discernment and ask God and know who is in your life and who is worth, sticking through with. And if those are people that are meant for you, then you work it out. So point 2, I think this is something that I've had to really even tell myself a few times is that your story, your experiences, they're valuable. Don't let the stories or the experiences of other people make you feel like yours is insignificant. I feel like sometimes people expect you to have this big testimony or all these big testimonies, or I had a near-death experience, and those are awesome, right? But not everyone is like that. Not everyone has experiences like that. Not everyone has moments like that in their life. Some of them are just things they've learned along the way. And sometimes we let that stop us from sharing. We let that stop us from encouraging somebody, thinking that we're insignificant, and we let our light dim. And I've learned that is not true, that whatever experiences that you have gone through, they weren't for you. They weren't. And that's something that's hard to grasp, oh, I went through this. God, why did I go through this? And it's like, listen, you didn't go through this for you. First of all, you probably went through it so that God can be glorified in your life, but also so that you could share that experience with someone else. And they might be going through the same thing that you've gotten over, you have dealt with already. And now you have given them a light in the darkness to let them know that I can get through this too. And that's what I really learned, is that my story, my experiences are not insignificant just because I have compared my stories and my experiences to other people. And let me tell you, comparison is the enemy. And I'll just leave it at that. So number 3, what you feed your soul, what you feed your mind, what you listen to, what you watch, who your friends are, who you choose to listen to, man, they can really mold you into the person that you become. They can make you act a kind of way, make you talk a different kind of way. They can really make you a different person than who you think you are. And I know that sounds strange, but it's really important to feed your mind and feed your soul, feed your spirit with good things, things that are beneficial to you, things that are going to help push you into purpose, that are good for your life. Um, I'll give you an example to make it more understandable. If I don't want to be a negative person. I don't like negative thoughts. I want to be a positive person. I want to always see the bright side of things. I'm not going to constantly be calling my friend that is super negative for advice all the time, because all I'm going to hear is negative things. And sooner or later, I'm going to start to have those thoughts in my mind, and sooner or later I'm going to start speaking them, and then I'm going to start living that way. And before I know it, I'm a negative person when I never set out to be. And I'll be wondering why. Well, it's because you allowed that to be around you, and you allowed that to be, you allowed that friend of yours to invest in you negativity. And I never believed my mom when she said, who you assemble is who you resemble. Oof. That day when you realize that your mama was right, girl. It's a hard pill to swallow, but seriously, it's true. And all it means is that you need to surround yourself with people who are going to help you get where you want to go, who have similar convictions, have similar purposes in life. And that doesn't mean the same. We're not talking about clones. We're not talking about having people that are just like you. We're talking about people who, if you want to be positive, or positive. You want to be successful, people who are successful or are have goals and are trying to be successful, right? So you got to have people around you who are either in the same boat as you and are trying to elevate themselves, or people who are already elevated, and so then you have somewhere to look to when you need help, right? So definitely, who you assemble is who you resemble. So remember that. 4, if you wait to be ready to do something, to try something new, to achieve something, you're never going to do it. I can't even tell you the many times where I was like, I'm just not ready. I just can't, no. And then something will push me, or someone will push me, and I get it done. And I'm always, happy about that. But especially during this quarantine time, I've realized that all those things that you said you wanted to do that you didn't have time for before, I really hope you're doing them, because slowly we're getting back to a new normal. And you're not going to have time again when work starts back up and you got all these things going on in your life again. You're not going to have time for those things as you would right now. So I really recommend you do that. And honestly, you're never ready for anything, so just do it. As long as you've prayed about it, as long as you know something that you need to be doing, just go for it. And if you do, sure, you'll fail, but you'll fail better, and soon you'll win. And always remember to just fall forward, okay? So the last thing that I wanted to talk about is relationships. So I think a lot of people, I've had a lot of friends tell me, Dita, I'm so lonely, I wish I just had somebody. And I think if they heard this message right now, they would think twice about getting into a relationship or rushing into a relationship. And it's the fact that relationships don't hide your insecurities. They don't just keep you warm at night. They expose you. Okay? They expose your issues. They expose your insecurities. They can even dig up past traumas. They can trigger you. They can just bring whatever is done in the dark to the light. And I think if people understood that, they wouldn't be so quick to jump into a relationship. Because at the same time, when you're in a relationship, you have to not only focus on working on your relationship and doing what's good for that relationship, but working on yourself as you're working on your relationship. Because as you're working on a relationship, you'll find out things that, okay, I did that, you didn't like it, so I need to work on that, and that's something that I need to work on for myself. And it's work. Relationships are work, okay? They're not easy. They're not this fairy tale. They're hard work. So really think about who you're who you're getting into a relationship with, why you want to get into a relationship, and if you're ready to be in a relationship. Because like I said, relationships take work. All relationships, friendships, relationships, family relationships, they just take work. And if you value that relationship and that friendship, then you'll put in the work. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And share this video if you thought this message was great. And just remember that you can always share your experience with other people. Don't dim your light for nobody. Girl, shine, or brother, shine your light. Okay? Bye, guys.